Today I'm going to be talking about the official competitive format for Pokemon, and that is VGC. If you're clicking on this video, you might already know what VGC is. You might have no idea what it is and kind of just want to get some information about it. So I'm definitely going to kind of explain everything today, kind of give you some guidelines on, what resources you can use if you're interested in getting into the format. And yeah, we're just going to kind of talk about it. And like I said, this is a channel where I do make a lot of Pokemon content, so I am going to be dropping some more VGC stuff. Have a couple other videos where I did team building and stuff like that. So definitely something we're going to explore moving on in the future. But basically, VGC stands for Video Game Championships. It is the official format, like I said, of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So we're going to kind of take a look at everything here. So if you go to the Pokemon website, you'll notice there's a section that says Play Pokemon Events, and this is where it has all the info for everything. So there's basically different, types of competitions with Pokemon. There's the trading card game, there's the video game, there's Pokemon Unite, there's Pokemon Go. Those are kind of the big ones. I know Pokemon Tournament is also something that has appeared at the Pokemon World Championships. I'll kind of talk about what that is as well. But yeah, pretty much this video I'm going to give you kind of the basics. It might be stuff you already know, it might be stuff that's new to you. So definitely, if you enjoyed the video, if you have any more questions like that, definitely leave it in the comments below. But let's kind of just get into it here, okay? So yeah, like I said, if you go to the website and you click on this little tab here, it'll give you all the info for everything. And you can kind of click over here to play Pokemon. It kind of gives you all the info over there. Basically, the way this format works is, you pick 6 Pokemon, right? Every team has six Pokemon in it. You're able to pick 4 of those to battle against the other team, right? So you basically go into competition, you have your team of 6, your opponent has 6 Pokemon, you pick 4 Pokemon to up against their 4, and then you'll basically battle it out. It is doubles, so it isn't single battle. So that makes it very complex in a good way. There's a lot of different strategies you can come up with that are really cool. I feel like doubles really makes you think a lot. You got to predict what each Pokemon is going to do, and you have to decide what your 2 Pokemon are going to do. So it's a format that I really enjoy. Not to say that singles isn't complex. I think singles is great as well, but doubles is definitely a format that I really enjoy. So that's basically kind of how it works. And the format kind of changes every year, every season. Right now, specifically with Scarlet and Violet, pretty much all Pokemon are legal except for all the legendaries. Those are not legal right now. And then all the future and past forms, those are also not legal. Pretty much anything in the Paldea Pokedex is legal right now. So we've seen some crazy team strats already, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit later. But basically, the way that this works is there's, a couple online tournaments, unofficial tournaments, things like that. But there's a lot of in-person tournaments, specifically regional. Those are kind of the big ones. But basically, these are just big tournaments that kind of occur, throughout the year. As you can see, you've got them kind of located everywhere. Utah, Illinois, Texas, San Diego. This is going to be the first actual big VGC one that's coming up. As you see, like over here, for those tournaments, they didn't have VGC because obviously the game just came out. So the big one for VGC is going to be San Diego. That's the first big one happening, and then all the ones following that as well. So if you see one that's close by to you, then hey, maybe go check it out after kind of watching this video and getting some more information about how this works. But yeah, these are basically big tournaments where you can go in person, go compete against people. You get prizes. There's like cash prizes, as you can see, for VGC regionals prize table. So over here it has like a list of how many players are at the event. So if it's a 200-person event, for example, you get first place, you get a $3,000 award. So there is prize money out there for some of these tournaments. What also is pretty cool that you get some Pokemon cards, depending on what place you get. So that's also pretty cool. But the big thing that you're looking for at these tournaments, if you get real serious about this, are going to be the championship points. That's how you qualify for the World Championships. The World Championships are like kind of the biggest event. As you can see right here, this past year it was in London. Next year it is going to be in Japan. But basically, when you compete, depending on how you place, if you place high enough, you get these championship points, and that's how you're going to qualify for the World Championships, which is obviously the biggest event with the most amount of money. As you can see, VGC first place, $10,000, not a bad amount at all. So basically, that's how it kind of works. You go to these little tournaments, these regionals, your local tournaments, things like that. You're awarded championship points. And, depending on how many points you have to meet a certain qualification. That's how you qualify for the World Championships. Obviously, you can still go to the World Championships, but to actually compete, you have to qualify for that. It's kind of the biggest event. So that's kind of how these tournaments work. You know, each tournament has its prizes and things like that, but obviously the championship points are important if you're trying to hit that goal of becoming the world champ, you know. It is kind of a journey to get there, of course, you know. Probably aren't going to do it right away, but hey, with enough determination, you could definitely get there, okay? And yeah, as you can see for 2023, let's see, video game world championships. Yeah, you can also get travel awards. That's one thing I forgot to mention. So the top however many players also get travel awards, so you know, free flights and things like that. So there's a lot of, you know, of good things out there to kind of read up upon, and you can kind of check all that out on the Pokemon website. Like I said, if you click on play Pokemon, there's all these little tabs here that will get you to where you need to go to kind of figure out all that stuff. But just know there's, you know, local level tournaments, there's regional stuff, there's online stuff, a lot of great resources out there for sure. As far as resources go, let's kind of get into that a little bit here. So basically, there's a lot of good YouTubers to watch when it comes to VGC. I think two of the best ones, or two of the ones that have been around for the longest with like lots of experience, are of course going to be Cybertron VGC. Makes a lot of VGC content. He's commentated, you know, for VGC tournaments, world championships, all that kind of stuff. He makes a lot of videos trying out different strategies, different teams. So highly recommend checking out his videos if you're just trying to get a, you know, kind of some insight on how these teams work, you know, what the thought process is as you're going through these battles. So definitely a great resource right there for sure. Another one is obviously going to be Wolfie VGC. He's won the world championships in the past. Same thing, he makes a lot of good videos showing off different team strategies. He makes a lot of beginner, you know, friendly content as well. Kind of what is VGC as well. Kind of, you know, giving you an introduction, you know, what terror types to do, all that kind of stuff. So he has some really good content as well. Another great resource for you if you're getting into VGC that I highly recommend is following VGC Pokepastes on Twitter. They basically, what they do is, anytime there's any kind of online event, offline event, they basically have all the spreadsheets, all the info, all the teams, all that kind of stuff for you to try out. So it's actually a really good resource. They have this giant spreadsheet here, and basically, you know, at the bottom here, you can see it's got different tournaments that have happened recently. Has all the different, you know, placings with these tournaments, how these Pokemon have done, you know, how the teams were built. As you can see, my team's even here. So you can go check it out. Basically, it'll have all the teams that were used. You know, if you want to test out the first place team, go ahead and test it out. It also will typically have the rental codes for you to try out, like in Scarlet and Violet. It also has like the actual pace that you can do, so that way if you go on Pokemon Showdown, you can test out those teams there as well. So this is a really good resource, probably the best resource out there as far as finding teams just to try out, you know. And I definitely recommend, if you're completely new to VGC, you know, go check this out. Pick a team that looks cool, one that did well. You know, you can try out my team. My team was kind of decent. Go ahead and try it out, and you know, just kind of get a feel for it and see how you're liking it, you know. Another great resource is going to be Victory Road. This is a pretty up-to-date website, I would say. They are constantly posting you know, articles about different things, resources as far as rental teams as well, things about the upcoming season, all that kind of stuff. And as you can see, it's pretty up to date. The most recent article was like this past week, basically. So you know, they've got a lot of good stuff here. Team building process, you know, they kind of interview some of the players. It's got the team right here that you can just, you know, copy and paste onto Showdown, kind of test it out yourself. So really good resource overall. Definitely one of the better ones out there. I don't remember why I had that open. Hold up. This is what I meant to go to. USPA, another great resource in my opinion. This one's not as up to date. As you can see, the articles are a little bit outdated from a few months ago, so they're not as up to date right now, I would say, but it's still a really good resource. I am in the Discord. The Discord is pretty active. The main reason why I point this one out is because if you go down to the bottom of this website, you go to find your region, you can kind of find your actual region. You know, for example, if you live in Arizona, Colorado, you know, anywhere that you live, go ahead and click on it. It will get you connected to, you know, people in your region, and it'll help you find people that play the game in your region. So overall, really good resource as well. Kind of a better resource, you know, just to use to find people. Like I said, as far as the articles go and all that kind of stuff, I definitely recommend Victory Road as the primary one. And that's basically it as far as like the actual introduction into VGC. So like I said, as far as the actual format goes, it's doubles, pick 6 Pokemon, you choose 4 to battle with it, and you know, battle it out against the other team. Pretty simplified. You know, it's not this complex process like not triple battle or something like that. So it is doubles. It's the official format, and I can kind of, you know, make a video kind of doing a team building process. That's something I do want to do in the future. That'll probably be my next video that I do, but just wanted to give kind of an overview of the basics of VGC, what it is, you know, how these tournaments work, where can you find these tournaments, where are these resources, all that kind of stuff. And I hope I kind of outlaid that for a lot of people that are newer to this game or kind of new into competitive Pokemon. We just want to get some insight on the game. So like I said, all these resources are really great. Starting off with the Pokemon website, that's how you can kind of find out all this stuff here. Oops, I accidentally zoomed in. And then, like I said, YouTube channels, recommend Cybertron, Wolfie. There's a lot of other great creators out there as well, but those are two of the biggest ones, I would say. Definitely check out VGC Pace, like I said. Get yourself a team, test it out. Go ahead and scroll through here, find a team that you like, give it a shot. And then, of course, Victory Road for all the upcoming data, and USPA to kind of find your local players, okay? So those are kind of the big resources, I would say, to kind of get yourself into VGC. Me personally, with this channel here that I'm doing, I do upload like a lot of different stuff, but I will be uploading kind of more and more VGC stuff. I've been uploading some stuff recently, so definitely subscribe if you're interested into that. Like I said, the next video I'm going to do is probably going to be a team building video. Kind of want to give you guys my insight on what my team building process is like, how to build a team, you know, what strategies to kind of think of. So we're definitely going to do a video like that pretty soon, and I'll probably have that up within the next week or so. So yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like. If you have any questions about VGC, anything I didn't really clarify, make sure to leave it in the comments. I know I didn't cover everything possible, but like I said, I just wanted to kind of give you guys an intro into VGC, kind of just get you started in the right place, you know, give you some resources to use, and that way you guys can kind of test it out on your own. But yeah, like I said, any questions, leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.